Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Look What Scott's Got. I did try to do this live earlier. Thank you to the 5 or 6 people that did show up to try to test out the new computer and the camera and to see if it was going to work Wi-Fi without any issues like what we were having the last time I went live. And regrettably, if you saw that little snippet of that little video, you saw that big fail. So anyway, if you did catch that little snippet, you notice I'm wearing the same clothes because, like I said in that little snippet, I was going to go ahead and re-record using the computer camera again just to see what kind of video quality I get out of it. Like I said, new computer, trying to figure all the new stuff out, trying to get something that works on a more consistent basis. But without further ado, if you've never stopped by my channel before, my name's Scott. This is Scott's House of HO Racing. This little episode is what I call a little segment, is actually what I call Look What Scott's Got. As you can see here, anytime something comes into my house of HO Racing, then I try to share it with everybody on the channel. Maybe give tips or tricks, whatever whatever reason I bought it, if there's some collector value to it or something like that. But in this case, the main one that was here that I was intending to do the video on was for Brian Young at ProTinkerToys.com. Had a sale just after the 4th of July. It was called the 1776 sale, and he had a select collection of Auto World slot cars, X-Traction, and some Thunderjets on sale, as well as some other stuff. But obviously, I'm more into the slot car thing, so that's what I went with. So before I get started too far in, I want to say, thank you to all my subscribers for pushing me over that 500 mark. And stay tuned. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure and hit that subscribe button because I am going to be working on the Tyco 440X2 wide body chassis as the giveaway car number 2 as part of the 500 subscribers giveaway. So if you haven't subscribed, be sure and do the what I call the LSS below, like, share, subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, be sure and be on the lookout for that video. And be sure and stop by and tell Brian that you appreciate him doing sales like that and supporting the HO slot car hobby, or actually just slot cars in period, because he's a big backer of slot cars and we need more small business owners like him to get involved, to try to encourage other manufacturers to get involved so we all win. So without further ado, as you can see here, I got 3 packages. The first one I want to start out with is one of my loyal viewers, somebody I consider a friend, like I do all of the people on my channel. This friend just happens to purchase a lot of cars. He contacts me a lot. We compare notes on what we've got, what we're working on. When we spoke earlier today, he was working on his track, which sounds familiar if you saw the Tracks Got Power video. So this one is for Dave. As you guys know him, Shaky Dave. He's submitted some stuff for the channel for videos, pictures of his track and upgrades that he'd made, and then some of the cars he'd actually purchased from the channel that we've done on the Slot Car Saturday Night Live auctions, and post a video for that. So thank you, Dave. He sent this box. I don't have any idea what's inside of it. I told him I wasn't going to open it until we got to do it live, but regrettably the live feed still not working for me. So let's get started. Thank you, Dave, for your patronage, your friendship, and obviously all the good slot car stuff that you send me periodically. It's always cool to get a mystery box from somebody. Oh my goodness, I can see right off the bat. Okay, so the reason why I'm grinning from ear to ear is because Dave showed me a picture of some cars that he had painted and modified. And long story short, I commented, you guys know that I like these Dodge Daytona, the Chargers and the Plymouth Superbird, the wing cars. And I commented on this one on how good it looked. And I'm going to hold that up to the camera so you guys can kind of see that. But Dave, buddy, you outdid yourself. I thought the Mustang kicked ass. The Mustang does kick ass, but this kicks ass too. Wow. Let's get this bad boy out of the box here. Oh, clever. All right. I like it, Dave. Had it strapped down with the ye old rubber band. Oh my! Looks like it's on a new Hardin Creek chassis. Well, Dave, buddy, I'm gonna have to get you back with something on this one, man. I can't let you give me stuff like this without trying to reciprocate. This is awesome. Brand new chassis, great looking car. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it, man. Awesome. Love the white wheels to boot. It's either that or a bulldog. Bulldog is what I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm not sure. Either way, I don't care. It's awesome. Thank you, sir. So let's see what else we got in here real quick, because I'm limited on my time to my video with this system here. So I can't, it's going to keep me from being long-winded, which is a benefit to you guys. and he watches my video, so he knows that I like the old bubble wrap. And it looks like here, oh, okay, this one is for Dan with Slot Valley Racing. So I'm going to forward that to you, Dan. Just give you a little preview what Dave is sending you. And he's got it labeled for you. So it's going to come to you. We'll put this back away. I'll get that boxed up, and Dan, if you see this video, I'll you'll get an email notification from Ship Pirate that it's been shipped. So we'll get that out to you, buddy. And I'm assuming this one's the same thing for me. Yep, it is. So, wow, thank you. Now I just need to get me a 4-gear chassis underneath it, and Dan and I can have some drag races. Oh boy! All right, some bodies. Looks like some truck bodies to use for some parts, and a Ferrari Aurora body that looks like it's in pretty decent shape. It's the non-lighted version, just missing the window. Aqua number 2, and then a couple of tractor trailers. Cool. Thank you, Dave. What we got here? But like Paul Harvey said, but wait, there's more. All right. Hey, my roll bar. Kick ass. Okay, so those of you that were watching, David mentioned that he was going to trade me the roll bar for the windshield for his Porsche that I cleaned up and sent out to him. And so here it is. There's the roll bar I need to put on my car. Thank you, sir. Awesome. Plus, I got me a nice little runner body to go with it. Kick ass, man. I feel like a little kid in a candy store today. Very blessed. That's how I feel. Very blessed. Thank you. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love this old stuff like that. He knows I love this old stuff. So this is an old Magna traction when they got away from the cubes, and that way they could put them on pegboards, because stores didn't like stacking those cubes all the time because they'd always get knocked over and people didn't care about them. So that's cool. Thank you. Yes. Here, stick that over there. Oh, cool. Okay, so there used to be an accessory kit, and it's called the Daredevil Obstacle Course. And this is the instruction manual for one of those. Kick ass. I love this old stuff like this. This is cool. Circa 1974. Cool. Love it. Love it. And there's one more thing in here, Dave. All right. Hey, the LEDs. He mentioned he was going to see, I kind of knew there were some LEDs coming, but I didn't know about the other stuff. All right. The LEDs. A grill for that semi-trailer, it looks like. Yeah. One of these from my, if you remember, from my OG case. So this is one I could get the lighted glass for, and then with the LEDs that he sent me, I can now try Steve's with Stockpile Hobbies little flamethrower type trick. Turn my car into a flamethrower. Thank you, Dave. That is freaking awesome, man. Made out like a bandit. So yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies and a running car to boot. That is awesome. Thank you so much, sir. And then, like I said, Dan, there's your car up there, and I will get that wrapped up and shipped out to you. So let's set this off to the side. Man, I really appreciate that, Dave. Thank you, sir. That I love that blue color. That is awesome. All right. Um, so this is the one that I was expecting today. This is the one that I wasn't expecting until next week. But since I got them both today, and I don't want to wait till next week to open this one for another edition of Look What Scott's Got, then that's why we're going to rip through these really quick because I've got a little timer that's telling me that I've got about 16 minutes left. And then that'll be the end of my half-hour long Look at Scott's Got video for the computer camera for the first time. So like I mentioned, this is the box from ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com. Check out Bryan Ryan and the crew. Check out his live feeds. He does those daily. And if you get the chance, tell him I sent you and tell him to smile and cheer up more in his videos. I know he's under a lot of stress, but smile does the heart good. Obviously, the pack and slip, we don't care about that. You want to see what I got. So do I. So like I mentioned at the beginning, these are part of his 1776 sale that he had for the Auto World. Wasn't really looking to buy any more Auto World, but for that price, I can put a good running chassis underneath them or, use them the way they are. So the first one I got was the Ford Bronco here, 1971 Ford Baja Bronco. And got that with the intent of putting a new chassis underneath it to race around the track. So I know the first thing that's going to go is that big wing. But anyway, cool little thing. I love those old Broncos. The older ones from Aurora are quite pricey, so you don't want to race those and break those. And so I got there's 2 series of these, and I got I guess the 2 versions, and I got both the versions of these Broncos, and then I'm going to get the others. So they're both 71 Ford Broncos. And like I said, pretty cool little rigs. And they got the dirt on them, so make it look a little more authentic and stuff. Pretty cool. Like I said, I have nothing against Auto World's cars and their liveries and stuff. I mean, they do an excellent job with their cars. It's just I wish that their chassis would match the quality of their paint jobs and stuff. All right, so I was talking to a buddy of mine about how you could use those Hardin Creek and Viper cars and Bulldog cars with the right clips. You could put an X traction or a Magna traction styled bodied car underneath any of those with the right clip. And I was telling him that about the Broncos that I'd seen, and that I was probably going to get some. And I told him I was thinking about getting us some Chevy Suburbans and getting 4 of them, and that way we could have 4 of us racing Chevy Suburbans. So I've got these 2, and then I'm going to go grab the other 2 that they just came out with. And once again, like I said, we'll throw probably the Hardin Creek Super 7 chassis underneath these, and that way we can have some good old-fashioned beating and banging fun, because these things are going to handle for crap because they're so top heavy. But it ought to be cool to see. So like I said, got these cars with the intent of using the bodies for racing and just keeping the chassis down the road for later. And then the last two in the big box here, besides his obligatory sticker, thank you, got quite the collection of those, are ironically two of the winged Superbirds. These are two Daytonas, I'm sorry, 1969 Dodge Charger Daytonas. And bought these specifically for the reason of putting a Viper or a Bulldog chassis underneath. And boy, that light reflection's horrible. Horrible angle, sorry. To try to get them out there on the track and get them hauling ass. So I'm going to buy two more of these, different versions, obviously, and then be able to do a Dodge Daytona Charger class because I love seeing these wing cars. And I don't want to destroy any of my old AFX or my Tyco. So once again, they look good now, but these are probably going to be the sacrificial gods. Rear wing get broke off and snapped off, and so they're probably the only one out of the six that's going to survive the racing with the type of chassis that I'm going to put underneath them. Are going to be these Blazers. The others are not going to look this good by the time I'm done. By the time we're done racing them, I'm sure. So once again, a little plug for Bryan at ProTinkerToys.com and a thank you. There it is. Visit his website, ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com. Tell Bryan and Ryan hello from Scott's House of HO Racing. Tell him you saw the video and that he needs to keep supporting the hobby because we're going to try to keep supporting him and keep running great sales like this. And it'll force people like me that weren't really even looking to buy cars to go ahead and push us over the edge and have us buy some cars. So thank you again, Bryan, for that, Ryan, and the whole crew over there. And these will be some real fun. We'll show how these get hopped up on future videos, hopefully live. But if not, we'll do them for future videos. And then that looks like I'm down to the last, we'll call it 14 minutes, which is good because this is the biggest box right here out of the three. And this one, I have to give a shout out to Mark at Mark's Slot Car Garage. And if you're not familiar with his channel or don't know who I'm talking about, just in the search bar up top on YouTube, Mark's Slot Car Garage. Real simple, real easy. Nice. Long story short, he put out a video. He puts out a lot of good videos, and that's why I'm suggesting everybody go support his channel and get his subscribers up, get him up to over 1,000, so he can make some money off of YouTube, off the ads that they run on all of our channels. And he mentioned that Amazon, there was some sales going on AFX cars for prices I've never seen before. And so as soon as I saw that video, while I'm sitting there, I grabbed the old phone and because I had it on the TV and put in the old search bar AFX slot cars, all departments, and I'll be darned if I didn't strike gold. So as of tonight, at the filming of this video, these same cars are for sale, and they've added some more at a dirt cheap price. I think $27 to $28 is the most I paid for any of these cars. So I already had one of these, so this is one of the ones that's going into the box of never to be seen again until time to be sold. What a better time to invest in a collector car than when they're 27 or 28 bucks. Even at the $28 mark, usually they're $34, $35. So if you bought 7 cars, it'd be like getting one free compared to normal price. So obviously that's what I did. And that's why I ended up with what I ended up with. So this is obviously a great looking car. Love it. We may end up doing some of these out on the track. It's just we have so many of these Mega G Plus bodies cars that And then, like I said, those can motors just don't live very long. So it's hard to keep investing in those cars unless we can start buying those motors. The next one, believe it or not, even though I'm a Mustang guy, I do collect every single one of the Mega G Plus cars that come out. And here we have the Camaro 1LE 2021 version in Rapid Blue. And if you've seen Dan with Slot Valley Racing, if you haven't visited his channel, once again, up in your search bar, Slot Valley Racing. Dan has a lot of great content. I strongly suggest going by and checking out his channel and Mark's and several other people's that I'm going to start adding their names of their channels down below, like Rich's Slot Car Garage, Slot Car Room. There's a Gale Force Raceway, Adam Hurt, like I said, ProTinker Toys, Hardin Creek. There's just so many I can't list them all right now because obviously I'm under a time limit here. So car number 2, the Camaro. That one's going to go on the wall. And here we have the black number 4, Mark IV GT40. Once again, AFX knocked it out of the park with these cars as far as realism goes. And I'm going to drop some history facts that some people may have not known about on those cars. So I've got the red one and I've got the black number 4. But here's some cars that I didn't have. And I mentioned his channel, and these ought to be kind of familiar to Mr. Adam Hurt. I got 2 of these bad boys, so I never have to worry about getting the yellows again. So I got the number 2 Mark IV version. Here, let me get it up there and get the light out of it. There we go. Once again, great looking car. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Love the dual stripes and the hockey stick on the side. So like I said, got 2 of those, one for the wall, one to pack away for Never Land. So once these get wrapped up, that are the ones I say Never Land, they'll never see the light of day until I decide to unload that part of the collection. So the final 2 cars, and then that'll leave me probably 5 minutes to kind of give a brief rundown of everything again. And that was the yellow number 1. And it came in. So I got both versions of the yellow, the red number 1, and then the black number 4, as far as the GT40s go. And those of you that have ever wondered, what they look like side by side. Try to get that one in better. Sorry, I'm having to look around the camera or around the cars to see, but you can see the striping's different, and there's some subtle differences in the cars. The lollipop for the 1 and the 2 are different. And there's, like I said, just subtle differences in both cars because they're both different areas. The big one's the headlights, the clear headlights up front and the covered headlights up here. But like I said, cool, great looking cars. Got 2 of those also. So got like I said, now I'm doubled up on all my GT40s. I have one of the Camaros for the wall. So I'm like I mentioned, I'm working on trying to get all the AFX cars that I've been missing out on because I've been buying resellables or stuff to add to my collection that were used instead of buying the new stuff. And that in turn got me behind on a lot of my AFX stuff that I knew I needed to start getting a hold of before they started running out of inventory. And because there's no guarantee that they're going to make another run. And then I need to get caught up with the ProTinker Toys exclusives, which if you haven't checked those out, I strongly suggest you go check those out because those are going to be worth money down the road if you're a collector. And even if you're not a collector, they look kick-ass going around your track. Chris at Blue Valley Scenic Raceway. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm going to have to write that down so I can remember. But great guy. He's got an awesome looking layout on his track. He's putting real rocks in for the scenery. He's got lights. He's got lighted billboards. He's got him quite the little collection going now of some really sweet cars. He's a Porsche fan of the 962s like I am. He's got some of the ProTinker Toys cars. Check out his channel. And thank you, Chris, for mentioning me in your channel. I appreciate the pump there. And that's not the reason why I'm giving you the pump back, because your videos are cool. And I like seeing, just like most other people do, other people's ideas on their tracks and their layouts. You went with a nice big 2-lane racetrack because you and your buddy or you and your wife or a couple of the grandkids racing, and that's awesome. You know, so that gives other people ideas of saying, hey, I don't have a bunch of room for a 4-lane track, and I don't have 4 people to ever come over and race, so I don't want to invest that money. So there's a good idea. Dave, Ed, several people, Rich. You got to go check out Rich's collection, guys. It is unreal. I hope it's Rich. I got so many. There's like 2 or 3 Riches and a couple of Ricks on my channel. I apologize if I'm getting you guys confused. Once again, I apologize, but they all have channels, and they have some just awesome collection of cars. He's got almost 1,000 cars, almost like I do. So if you think I got a kick-ass collection, you got to go check out his. Once again, I apologize to all those creators that I don't have their exact names of their stuff like that. There's just so many right now, which is awesome. Keep them coming. Slot Car League of Champions. And then there's my buddy Steve with Stockpile Hobbies, him and Enzo. He was on the live feed with Dan last week, which was really cool to see him in there, and did the upgrade for the giveaway car to make it lighted, which was really kick-ass. So yeah, go check out all these channels. And like I said, I'm going to start. I've got a list of all the channels, and I'm just going to start adding to the new ones. And then every time I do a video and not a live feed, in the bottom description down below my video, I'm going to put a list of all of those channels on there, so you can just check them out to your heart's content. And I bet you money I got almost 30 different YouTube channels that you can go to check out. And most of them are live and still have new content coming in. So you've got to go by, check out their channels, subscribe, like, share their videos, tell your friends, tell your family. Let's get the word out there about this hobby. So I've only got a minute and a half or 2 minutes to recap real quick. So this is the first video on the new computer with the camera. Tried the live feed earlier. That was a miserable fail. So I know I've got to try to find some way to directly hook this computer up to that router so that I don't have to do the Wi-Fi thing and I can get rid. Because I checked it before I did this video, and I'm kicking out the downstream and the upstream plenty to do a video. It's the Wi-Fi that's killing me. But anyway, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel or any of those other YouTube creators that I've mentioned earlier in this video, please check them out, support them. I can guarantee you 90% of us are not getting paid a dime to do these videos. We do it because we love the hobby. We love the interaction with everybody that's in the hobby. And the more people we can draw into the hobby, it just helps the community grow and spread ideas and knowledge. And we all have a good time with it. So try to subscribe, join all those channels, and support everybody. Once again, Dave, thank you, buddy, from the bottom of my heart, man. Kick-ass stuff. I mean, dude, this car kicks ass. No doubt. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to have a hard time putting this one on the track to even see it go around the track because I don't want to take the chance of breaking it. So thank you for everything. I'll reach out to you personally. Like I said, go check out Brian. Tell him Scott sent you. Tell him hello. Tell him put a big smile on his face. Think happy thoughts. And remember the most famous saying that I have: don't let someone else ruin your day. So without further ado, go check out Amazon for those great specials. Just type in AFX slot cars and put it in all departments. You can find these great deals on these cars. Check out Brian at ProTinkerToys.com. Check out all the other YouTube creators. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you like what you see so far, I've got a lot more coming because I got the track running. So be sure to do the LLS below, the little like, share, and subscribe. Give it the old thumbs up, and be on the lookout because I'm going to try to go live again on Saturday night, do a Saturday slot car Saturday Night Live.